It's no secret that I love LEGO Star Wars, specifically the complete saga. One of the things that this game just nails is the cutscenes. These aren't just any video game cutscenes. You see, these are meticulously crafted pieces of art that are displayed before our eyes before we indulge in a level of LEGO Star Wars, the most sacred game. My friends, I've brought it upon myself to rank the top 10 LEGO Star Wars cutscenes. This was not an easy task, as there are many cutscenes to choose from. Now, unfortunately, when you narrow it down to 10, a lot of cutscenes are being cut off. If your favorite cutscene did not make the list, please let me know in the comments. What is your favorite cutscene? Now, I'm going to warn you all before we begin that a spoiler warning is in play. Honorable mentions! My first honorable mention is the Droid Factory intro. What a great setup to a great level. Obi-Wan is in trouble, Anakin and Padme need to go help him, and all of a sudden we're left on this cliffhanger. They walk into the Droid Factory, and they walk through those doors. And all we can think about is what is going to happen next. My second honorable mention is the intro to Through the Junlin Wastes. We're introduced to Luke Skywalker, there are all kinds of twists and turns, and we're introduced to Ben Kenobi, and there's a fight with a Tusken Raider, and it's just a great cutscene. My last honorable mention is the ending to A New Hope. It's a fun and exciting scene. The main characters get medals, you're cheering for them, you're crying, and it's got that classic LEGO Star Wars humor where the Imperial spy sneaks in and he's watching the award show, but then he's kicked out by the Rebel Guard. Those were the honorable mentions. Now, let's get into the top 10.
Number 10.
Ranked at number 10, we have the classic, the introduction to Negotiations, which also acts as the introduction to the game. This cutscene not only gives us a great look at the beautiful animation of this game, but it also introduces us to the type of visual humor we should come to expect as we play through. To top it all off, the ending of the cutscene really gets you pumped up to play the level.
Number 9.
At number 9, we have the intro to the level, Darth Vader. This one isn't just a cutscene. This is filmmaking. So here we have Anakin and Padme arguing until suddenly Obi-Wan pops his head out to disturb. I just want to say, Hayden Christensen's performance in this cutscene is excellent. The way he gives that evil stare to Obi-Wan, it just makes the player feel like he's staring into their soul. And then it gets even more exciting. They break out into a duel. And then they chase each other into a room where the floor opens up into a lava pit. And the look of shock on their faces. Again, great acting from both Hayden Christensen and Ewan McGregor here.
Number 8.
At number 8, we have the Jedi Battle outro. You want to talk about excitement? This is excitement. The cutscene begins very somber as we witness the death of Jango Fett. But don't you worry, because before you can say "Where's R2" twice, Yoda arrives in a Republic gunship with a whole army of clone troopers behind him. This is an important cutscene because it brings such a sense of hopefulness to the player. But that hopefulness is killed immediately when we see a young boy grieve over his father's death.
Number 7.
At number 7, we have the Secret Plans intro. This one is just plain fantastic. Not only does it serve as a great opening to A New Hope, but also as a great introduction to the Empire and just how terrifying they are. It really showcases their destructive nature as the stormtroopers come barreling through the door, firing at all the rebel troopers, gunning them down. Not only that, but Darth Vader arrives, which is just mind-blowing, and then Princess Leia receives the plans that she needs to get away from the Empire, and all of this creates so much tension and builds so much suspense.
Number 6.
At number 6, we have the Darth Maul intro. This is the cutscene that introduced us to LEGO boss battles. Not only is this cutscene just plain iconic, but again, another stab, another successful kill with that visual humor. When those doors open and we see Darth Maul standing there, he ignites his double-bladed lightsaber, and we are in awe. We, the players, are suddenly filled with adrenaline as we witness the beginning of this epic lightsaber battle.
Number 5.
For number 5, we have Discovery on Kamino outro. Right when this one begins, the tension is already high. Jango Fett is laying on the ground after losing the battle against Obi-Wan Kenobi. Jango is practically begging for his life at this point, while Obi-Wan Kenobi clearly has the high ground. But as he twirls his lightsaber and gets closer and closer to ending this man's life, he is suddenly shot with a powerful blaster bolt from the Slave One. The first time I watched this cutscene, my adrenaline levels were so through the roof I almost had a heart attack. And then, you think it's about to end, but it doesn't. It keeps going because the developers of this game knew that this story was not complete yet. We are taken one step further just to set up the next level, just to give us that little bit of cliffhanger we all desire. In my books, this cutscene's a masterpiece, but who am I kidding? It's only number 5. We still have 4 more to go through. And you thought they weren't going to get better than this. Oh my god, what is wrong with you?
Number 4.
At number 4, we have the Mos Eisley Spaceport Midtro. This one's a real treat. As we're venturing through the Mos Eisley Spaceport level, we step into the cantina and we are suddenly given this wonderful cutscene. And then we're introduced to Han Solo in the iconic moment where he shoots Greedo. Now, of course, just like most LEGO Star Wars cutscenes, there's a moment of nail-biting suspense. Luke walks up to the bar and accidentally knocks over Ponda Baba's drink. He goes into a fit of rage and pulls a gun on Luke after knocking him onto the floor. Just when you think you're about to hear Luke's death sound, Ben Kenobi jumps in to save the day by slicing off Ponda Baba's arm. This cutscene is filled with so many key details to the story. What a laborious task it must have been to narrow all of this down into such a short cutscene, but yet it has so much going on in it that it feels like you're watching half of a movie, and it's just great. It is the quintessential midtro.
Number 3.
At number 3, we have the Cloud City Trap outro. Instant action right off the bat. This cutscene, man, this is the big twist. Now, as I said, spoiler alert if you are not caught up with all of the lore. Basically, this is the cutscene where Darth Vader reveals to Luke that he is, in fact, his father. Now, he doesn't just come out and tell him this with some lazy dialogue. He has a visual representation on his person that he pulls out and reveals to Luke. He points to himself and Padme, Luke's mother, as she is pregnant with him. And spoiler alert, his sister Leia. The entirety of this cutscene is just enthralling. Trust me, this isn't one that you can just overlook.
Number 2.
At number 2, we have the Return of the Jedi ending. Not only is this the ending to Return of the Jedi, but this is the ending to the entire story of the game. Everything has been leading up to this, and it does not disappoint. Everything about this one just makes you happy. We got the ending to Darth Vader's character arc. We get to see Hayden Christensen again, of course in the form of a ghost. Yub nub. Classic Lego Star Wars humor. Yoda even shows up at the end, of course in the form of a ghost. And to top it all off, we get that wink from Han Solo.
Number 1.
This is the point where everyone gets mad because I left out their favorite cutscene. Listen, only 10 cutscenes can make the list. If your favorite cutscene isn't on here, then just comment in the comment section and I'll read it. I will. I have nothing better to do with my time, so I will read your comment and I will be proud of you for speaking up and letting me know your favorite. Nonetheless, the cutscene that I have chosen to be the number 1 spot is the Darth Maul outro. This is it. This is the one. This is the cutscene that stands above all the others. When I think of emotionally impacting art, the Lego Star Wars The Complete Saga Darth Maul outro cutscene is the first thing to come to my mind. Always. This one, man, this one's got it all. Epic lightsaber duel with a very satisfying conclusion, mesmerizing performances from Liam Neeson, Ewan McGregor, and Ray Park's ass. I'd also like to take a second to discuss just how emotional this cutscene is. I struggle to hold back the tears every time. I'm struggling right now. This isn't just a Lego Star Wars cutscene. No, this is cinema. Marvel movies are not cinema. This is cinema. Thanks for watching, everybody. Subscribe if you dare, and leave your comments down there.